Hey guys, today I'm going to explain how to do controlled Musty and beautiful Musty, as in the polls that you guys voted for. As you guys voted for that the most. I know a lot of you guys wanted the off-wall 360 max off and 360 max. Don't worry guys, that is still going to come, but just listen. Yeah, listen to the rest of the community what they wanted here. But yeah, today I'm going to explain how to do the controlled Musty and beautiful Musty. So like be off the wall, off awkward setups, off a reset, in training in game, and with all of this as well, there's always like a cheeky trick that you have to look out for, like a pattern in all of like the musties that you do. And yeah, I'll explain that to you now. So let's just do it from off the wall then. We'll get into it now. So what I like to do, this is like one of the only setups where I actually like to break on. Anything else, I don't really like it. I don't really like breaking. So first step here is that you want to tap the ball off. Make sure when you tap it off, it is away from the wall and it isn't close. Okay, you don't want it too far but not too close at the same time. I'll put it that way. Because you don't want it too far away, because then you have to reach out and stretch it out. Anyways, once you've hit it out, you don't want to be like the same height as the ball. And you don't want to jump when the ball is on its way down, like this. When it's on its way down, no. Just a big fat no. So, to fix that, what you want to do, you're always going to be underneath the ball like this, and make sure the hood of your car actually smacks the bottom of the car, above the ball, sorry. So the ball actually flicks up, and it's like this. Perfect. So, what most of you guys are going to struggle on, I'm going to get loads of people going to be like, oh, but when I try and do it, I don't go to the side, I just go to the left, I go to the right, yada yada yada. To fix that, guys, if that's what you're struggling with the most right now, just line yourself up with the ball. Literally, try and be perfectly centered behind and underneath the ball like this. The minute you're too much to the side, or if your car is not aligned with the ball, you're gonna do something like that. You know, you're gonna go off to the sides. That's basically it. I can't really purposely do it wrong. But there you go, something like that. You guys might be doing that, because that feels really weird to me, because it's in my nature now. I just, you know, because I've been doing it for so long, it's in my nature to do it easily. And yeah, another a good tip as well is your boost. You do want to watch out for the boost. With your boost, right, you're basically using that to slow yourself down, right? I like to boost backwards like that. The reason why is because I can kill that little bit of momentum I have, so I don't go too far in front of the ball. For example, there you go. That's what happens when you don't boost. But if you boost and you're a bit too close, just a little bit, literally just that amount, just the tiniest amount. I'm telling you guys, that little boost will help you so much. It'll help you so much. So yeah, and then obviously if you want to delay it a little bit, you could more than happy to do that. Or if you want to insta musty, so you just backflip straight away, you can also do that. But to backflip insta, you want to be a bit more closer like that. But if you're further away from the ball, that's when you sort of delay it a little bit. And it, yeah, basically goes like that. So that's basically off the wall. So basically pop the ball out, not too far, not too close. Make sure you jump off of the wall when the ball is still going up and you're behind underneath the ball. Make sure you're perfectly aligned with it. And with your boost, you're basically using that so you don't go too far forward when you flip. That's basically it for off the wall. Now, off a reset. So when you're doing it off a reset, same thing, you get the reset. Make sure when you get the reset, perfectly align the ball again. You're behind underneath the ball. And again, with the boost. Okay, that time I didn't. The only times where you kind of need to boost, guys, is when, like, when you flip, you're going to go too far forward. When you know you're going to go too far forward after trial and error, that's when you use the boost. Like there, look, that little bit of boost really saved me there. Not a lot of people actually recognize that. And I'm telling you guys, you will start to hit these afterwards. If you're still struggling, you can always book a coaching session with me down below. A bit more info on that as well, guys. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyways, enough ad talk. Let's get back to it. So, but yeah, it is the same concept as the off-wall musty. And when you get the reset, guys, don't boost straight away, because if you boost straight away, you're basically staying with the ball and you're not going to go for a controlled musty, because you want to create distance between you and the ball. So once you create that distance, so something like this, look, Look at that. That is absolutely perfect for a controlled Musty. I even had to wait there just to show you guys. So yeah, that's basically how you controlled Musty off of a wall and off of a reset. Simple as that. Do it again. Another thing, guys, don't air roll too much as well. That's another important tip. If you air roll too much, that's it. So that time, I had to insta-Musty there because, oh my god, because, yeah, when I Arsenal reset, I was really close to the ball, so I don't delay it or anything. When you're closer to the ball, you don't really delay the Musty. But if you're further away, that's when you sort of delay it because you don't want to flick straight away because you end up like getting a touch with the ball instead of actually flicking it. If you know what I mean. You guys would have done that a lot anyway, so you'll know what I mean by that. So yeah. Alright. We're on to the beautiful Musty now. Okay. So beautiful Musties. Beautiful Musties is one of the most funnest mechs you could learn. I did make a tutorial about it like a few years ago, but it's a bit outdated now and I've gotten better as a coach since then. So yeah, I'll explain it all for you right now. If you guys want to practice flip cancels, this is the best method. If you're in console, you can always just I think you can go load in a private match, but you won't have the unlimited flips. The unlimited flips really does help, but anyway, I'm not sure if you can. Can you get unlimited flips from this? I don't even know if you can. I'm not sure they've added that for console, but if you're console and you're watching this, I do apologise, but yeah, beautiful Musties. I've got basically two ways of doing it. I've got like that and like that. So I do an arrow left and arrow right. It does look a bit similar, but I think I do it a bit differently. I'm not entirely too sure, but yeah, I'll explain the flip cancel to you. So it's basically like a sideways breezy flick. So if you're on the floor, try practice it on the floor, right? So you always want to get yourself in this sort of position like this. Or like this, if you're arrow left or right. If you're arrow right, you point your car to the top right like this. You point it to the top right, so your car is like that. And what you do a backflip cancel, like this. And then, once you do the backflip cancel, you want to hold your stick. You see where I'm holding my stick, guys? Look, at the bottom left, look. You see where it is, look, see that? Oh shit. So, basically what I'm doing, right, just look at my overlay, Mr. Critical, if you could zoom in on the overlay here, that would be absolutely beautiful. So, I go from 6 to 12, and then to 10 PM. It goes like this sort of movement. But you want to do it really quickly. When I do it really quickly, it looks like I go like that. I go straight to top left, but I'm not. I'm actually going like this. Just very, very fucking quick. And guys, you're not going to get this straight away. You are going to probably flip cancel, you're going to do the wrong flip cancels and stuff, but what I advise you guys is that you have an overlay on, and if you're not doing it correctly, clip it, look what you're doing, refer back to this video, and just have a look. Just let you know, square dead zone will help, but it is doable on cross as well, guys. Don't worry about it. So if you are console, don't worry, it will still work. So once you do that flip cancel, so look something like this, look, that's the sort of movement that you're looking for. This sort of movement, this sort of heady movement at the end. That's basically what you're looking for, right? And once you get your car in this position and you do that spin, you basically want to hold your arrow right. You want to do your flip cancel first, then hold your arrow right for like what, half a second. Once your car's rotated all the way around, like the hood, so when the hood is getting into this position, like when you flip cancel, like when it's about to flick up, that's when you let go of your arrow right and your cancel. You're basically cancelling the flip cancel, if that makes sense. So you do the flip cancel, then you let go of the cancel. So it does that sort of movement at the end, if that makes sense. So look, it goes something like that, and then you let go of it, it'll flick up. That's what you do with the beautiful Musty, like this. That's arrow right. So arrow left. So you get your car in this position again, and this time you're going from 6 to 12 to top right. So you're going to 2 o'clock. Hold arrow left, let go of the cancel again. Like that, look. And you don't have to get your car always in this sort of position all the time. If you do it a bit differently, and like in some cases you have to hold arrow longer than most cases, it just depends on where you do it. Every attempt's going to be like sort of different with the movement, and you will get a gist for it. It will fall into your nature. You just have to get used to the movement first. So yeah, that's basically how you do the flip cancel with the movement. Now let's do it with the ball. Off the wall, it's the same thing as the controlled Musty, right? You want to use your boost to basically, as I said, align yourself with the ball and stay in the center. So it looks like this, look. Bang, like that. As I said, in this sort of position, or up here, or up here, you know, like I said, it just depends on how well you do your cancel and etc, right? So, yeah. Again, you line yourself up with the ball, like this. See how, look at this, look. See how the back of my car is like pointing towards the ball and it's perfectly in the middle? That is like your reference point. That is what you want to do. If your arse is basically not pointing towards the ball, you're not going to do it. See, look at that, look, that's even off of a reset. Again. Arse is pointing towards the ball like this. Musty flick, bang, well, beautiful Musty, bang, you got it. And guys, it is not necessarily like, once you've mastered the mechanic, it's not necessarily the mechanic that's going to be the bigger issue. It's going to be the positioning of your car. So, as I said, with the boost, you want to use your boost to basically not go too far forward. Look, see, look at that. This is the difference when you don't use boost or you use boost. And as I said, you boost to basically go backwards to slow yourself down, so you don't go too far forward like this, look. Bang, perfect, controlled Musty. So guys, when you're learning the mechanics, it's always the small things that is going to fuck you up the most that you need to look out for. So when you are training yourself, you know, you don't have to waste money and coaching and shit, you know. But yeah, that is how you beautiful Musty. Control beautiful Musty and control, you know, all that shit. That's how you do it. If you guys like the way how I explain things and you want to go more in depth with me, you know, like I can look closely at your movement, tell you exactly what you're doing wrong, have a laugh, have a chill, and basically just have a chill hour with me. And at the end of the hour, you know, play a couple games, so it can usually range to about an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the tutorial, if you have any questions in the comments, let me know. I'll try and explain as much as I can. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. I'll make another one where I'll include the windmill flick next time in the poll, see what people want to do about that. But yeah, that's fine. This video, I don't know when it'll be uploaded. I've just edited today. It's now Saturday, so it might get out either for tomorrow, maybe. We'll just have to see. But yeah. Alright guys, well thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Please like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 100k. All my links are down below. Love you all. Bye bye.